Oh boy. So lots of stuff going on here, kind of. I don't know what's happening here.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
Short. Huh. That was quite the drive from the sign right there to where I'm headed right over there. Well, there. What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Welcome to Creve Coeur, Missouri, which is a city here in Missouri, and seems to be kind of more of a suburb of St. Louis. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Creve Coeur, but it's a city. It seems like a suburb. And yeah, this is a grave I've been wanting to come to for quite a long time. I'm going to be going to a few different locations in this video, but I thought I'd switch it up a little. Sure. And start off with the grave. Chuck Berry, right there. Legendary musician Chuck Berry. Maybellene, Johnny B. Goode. My Ding-a-ling, Sweet Little 16. Yay. The guy's a legend. Got some houses I'm going to visit. We talk about Chuck Berry. See what we can see here. I believe in this mausoleum right here. I think it's just Chuck and his wife. I think. Let's find out. So Chuck was married to his wife, Toddy, I believe he called her, for 68 years. They got married in 1948. 68 years. This is an impressive mausoleum right here. That's for sure. I've got two rocks, kind of berry colored. And you can see a lot of people come out here and leave some things. A lot of batteries. Put them right there. This is Chuck Berry's final resting place. I was kind of confused about where he was buried for a while. I thought he was buried at his home in Wentzville, somewhere near there. That's a whole other story. We're going to Wentzville in this video. I gotta check out that property. That's where I thought he was. See what we can see inside. Yeah, there's with this wreath on here. It's kind of the office is right there, and the wreath on it kind of seems like you can't get a good look inside, possibly because that wreath is blocking. And I don't want to be that guy that's putting my camera up to the lower glass, thinking a peek, see what I can see, because the office is right there. Like I said, they'll be watching and be like, what's this guy doing? Oh, well, here we go. Stained glass around the back. Well, it's stained glass, so you can't see through it. It's stained. This is really beautiful. Right off a main road right there. Chuck Berry had a very, very, very long career. Started off on a bit of a bad note. No pun. The reformatory at one point, but he made it huge, and he's revered by fellow musicians. Absolutely revered. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna tell you more about Chuck when we get to the next location, because I think it's gonna be a little quieter. It's actually pretty quiet here, but I'm gonna be able to talk more. And 1 second. Boop. There we go. I'll be able to talk more. Tell you some more interesting things about Chuck Berry's life and show you some really cool things. All right, let's go. I'd like to say that what I found a person was, he went searching for a recording contract, and Muddy Waters said, go see these guys called the Chess Brothers, and they signed him to their label. This is when he's first starting out. And in his first sessions, the song Maybellene was recorded. And that peaked at number 5. It stayed on the charts for 11 weeks. Oh, Maybellene. Why can't you know the song? Pretty impressive. Still at the cemetery. Sun's coming out a little bit. Just wanted to get another shot with the sun. Apparently, it is only Chuck and his wife in there. There is room for more berries. I'm just not sure for children, but apparently right now, because his wife just died last year, 2024. But yeah, that's for Chuck and his wife right there. Right, so I made it to the site of Chuck Berry's former home. This is where he passed away. I think I see a tour bus. And I'll show you what I can show you. There are cars on the property. I believe it's abandoned, but somebody might live here. There's a nice house in the back. 2017, he died at the age of 90. Right here on this property, natural causes. And there was a tornado warning today here in the St. Louis area. I'm in Wentzville, which is about a half an hour west. So I just drove through torrential rain and winds and brutal. And now I don't think I can go any further. There seems to be an opening in the driveway here, but there's lots of no trespassing signs, so I'm not going to be going onto the property. I'll show you some aerial views. It was a theme park at one point, also Berry Park. Look at the sign, and then he had a guitar-shaped swimming pool, but I think the house is in complete disarray. But it looks to be a tour bus back there. I'm not sure. So you can see here it says Berry Park. Founded August 15, 1957. He had quite a few homes. There's a house he was born in, which is gone now. And then this house, this is his most famous house. Not the one we're looking at right now, the one I'm gonna show you right now. I took this video earlier today in St. Louis. He lived here, and this is where he started to become famous, in this red house right here. And he built that back, additional room for a studio space and for his growing family. But there it is. So there's Berry Park. Now, okay, what do I say? Roll Over Beethoven, rock and roll music, school days, reeling and rocking. Now he did go to jail for a little bit. Chuck Berry's story has some sordid details to it. I think I'm gonna end at one location if I can find it. It's not too far from here that has something to do with that, just for the heck of it. Because I'm not being able to show you much here, and you know, but here is Chuck Berry's former property, and you know, there's that documentary Hail Hail Rock and Roll, which was for his 60th birthday. Keith Richards was there, Bruce Springsteen was there, but you can kind of see bits of the property here. Oh boy, it's really a mess. So there's a newer house there, then that rundown kind of house there, and then there, and the tour bus. Where'd the tour bus go? Oh, it's right. Oh gosh, it's really wet and gross here. There. I'm not sure. It looks like a tour bus. I don't know what this Canadian geese. If you're just watching this video for the first time, like my channel for the first time, you're seeing this video, it's not really how I do things. But I checked the weather every day. I woke up, it was nice, and I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a nice day. I had no clue there's a tornado warning. Just kind of set everything off and made this video into not what I wanted it to be. Yeah. He's been inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. His first #1 hit was My Ding-a-Ling. All his other songs, they weren't #1s. But he appeared in concert he was always in concert. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna take you to one other location if I can find it, having to do with Chuck Berry. And then this is his band property. See, yeah, there's a way to get, oh, I see. I turned into a driveway over there first, and that's how you get into the property. This is all private property. You can see the signs there. No trespassing. So I'm just gonna chill here. But this is where Chuck Berry lived, and this is where he passed away, on this property right here. All right, let's go somewhere else. As you can see, it's just torrential, but here's another shot right here. Not going over the fence. There's that tour bus. I think that's part of his house. The guitar-shaped swimming pool. Not sure where it was, but there's that little house too. But apparently, at one point, it was an amusement park because he built it because it was whites only at clubs all around here, golf clubs and stuff, country clubs. So he built it his own. I applaud that. Oh boy. So lots of stuff going on here, kind of. I don't know what's happening here. So I just left the area where you saw me filming, where the sign was for Berry Park, and this is driving on the little road in front of the house. You can see like all the buildings on the property and how big it is. Like I'm driving to the other driveway that I was at originally, and it was huge. It was a huge piece of property out there and some beautiful homes. All right, I'm in Wentzville now. It's a nice little town. There's a water tower, says Wentzville. That's how you know I'm here. The store across the street from where I am selling monuments. Okay, so this is like kind of like the intersection of old US 61 and 40, Highway 40, Highway 61. Oh. Okay. Behind me is a building that belongs to Lindenwood University. It's a satellite campus of Lindenwood University. This is a smaller campus. So in the 80s, Chuck Berry bought this building behind me, you're gonna see in a moment, and it was a restaurant called Southern Air. Do you know where I'm going with this? Chuck Berry had a lot going on with his personal life, a lot of somewhat weird. I'm gonna just say, we'll just leave it at that with his the sexual part of his life. And this restaurant, this building here used to be called Southern Air, and this was the restaurant he owned. When in 1989 there was a lawsuit filed against him by over 200 women for employees and customers because he had video cameras set up in the bathroom and he was filming them. So yeah, then he sold it in 1999. It was a class action lawsuit brought against him. Right here. This is where it was. This is where it happened. That infamous story. I mean, there's a lot to read about Chuck Berry with his life. There's a lot of info out there about him, and I think how, like I said before, how so many people cite him as one of the greatest guitarists. His personal life also really dominated the headline. My channel is about pop culture, so I thought, well, this is a huge story, and the women that he violated here with those videotapes, absolutely horrific. I don't take it lightly that I'm here filming this. I'm not, it's, come on. But this is the building. This is where Southern Air, used to say Southern Air right up there, right where it says Lindenwood. This is the restaurant. Wow. So there it is behind me. Showed you a couple of homes, close to one, so another one. We went to his grave. We went to the restaurant where that he owned for a long time. And this was I'm surprised it's still standing. Really, after all that, I'm surprised. But it's part of history, and I think we know it's what he did here. It's a really, really horrible thing. And but Chuck Berry. Yeah, it's hard. I was having a discussion like 4 or 5 days ago with some people. We were talking about different artists and separating the art from the person, because a lot of artists throughout time have done some weird stuff and some awful stuff. What do you do? How do you separate the art from them, the personal life? Or do you? You can discuss that in the comments. Chuck Berry made some great music, and he did some crazy, weird, illegal stuff. And that's my video about Chuck Berry. Rest in peace, Chuck, and your wife, and to the women that he did this to. I hope there's some closure, and I mean that. Thank you for watching, everybody. I love you all. Peace out. I think I've said it enough time, but the tornado kind of really threw me off for this video today. So it was a lot of my car's covered in mud and water. So it got my head a little discombobulated, but I hope you liked the video. This was a rough day. Thank you for watching again.